चंदा मामा सो गए सूरज चाचू जागे. Hello kids, good morning to you all. Wake up from your dreams and welcome back to our science class. Children, today we will learn about crops. And you all know that crops is the last part of this chapter. So let's complete this chapter and hear it out that what are crops. So everyone stay attentive. So, children, what are crops? Crops are the plants which are grown in fields. They are the plants which are grown in fields. These crops give us food and many other useful things. What are the useful things? Fiber crops, oil crops, and we get food also from the food crops. What are food crops? The crops which gives us food. For example, rice, wheat, maize, your bajra and many other crops are there which gives us food. Next is your fiber crops. We get fiber from these crops. And what are those? Jute, cotton, hemp. These are the crops. Jute, cotton and hemp and many other are the crops from which we get fiber. And what are fibers? Fibers are the materials from which we make cloth, rope and bags, okay, like paper and many other things we get from these fiber crops. Next is your oil producing crops. As the name suggests, oil, the crops which gives us oil are oil producing crops. And what are those? Peanut, mustard, linseed, sesame seeds and many other seeds from which we get oil are known as oil producing crops. Children, as you all know, that plants need air, water, sunlight, and proper soil to grow to a healthy plant. Similarly, all crops need water, sunshine, air, and good soil to grow a good crop. But there are different crops, children, that grow under different conditions. They all don't need all the three in the same quantity. What are those different conditions? Let's hear it out. Children, you know that wheat and rice are the two most common crops which we all need. Why? Because from wheat we eat yummy rotis and chapatis. Yes, hot rotis and chapatis we eat from wheat. But and similarly from rice we get chawal we eat in the lunch. Yes. So these are the two most common crops which we need it. But do you know the difference of these two crops? Wheat is the crop which can grow properly and nicely in a cold weather, whereas rice is a crop which grows in hot weather. It requires hot weather to grow. Similarly, rice requires lots and lots of water and it grows well in clay soil. What is the clay soil? The soil which is sticky and the soil particles are sticky, those are clay soil. Like if you have seen the statues of Durga Ma and Lord Ganesha, those statues are made from clay soil which is sticky in nature, chipka types, okay? That is clay soil. But bajra is another one crop. It requires less water and it grows in sandy soil. What is sandy soil? Sandy soil are the soil particles which are loose. They are not sticky, they are the loose soil particles, and bajra requires less water but rice requires lots and lots of water. Okay? Another one is tea and coffee. You also know tea plantation. You all might have seen in the hilly places like Assam, Darjeeling, Ooty, Nilgiris, the hilly areas where you might have seen the tea plantation, coffee plantation. These are the two crops grow best and very nicely in the fields where water is not allowed to stand, where the water is not allowed to collect. They can easily flow from the hilly areas, from the hilly slopes. So that is why they grow well in the hilly areas of Assam, Darjeeling and many other hilly places. Where so that is why tea and coffee are grown in those hilly slopes where water is not allowed to collect. In our country, India, we have two seasons of growing crops. One is your summer crops and the other is your winter crops. Why the names are given summer and winter crops? Because those crops can grow well and nicely into healthy crops in those particular season, like summer crops. In those names are given as summer crops because those crops can grow well in summer season, and in winter crops those crops can grow well in winter season. First, let's see the summer crops. Summer crops, another one name is given. Summer crops, all the crops are called as the Kharif crops. Kharif. Kharif crops are the summer crops. Like I told you, I discussed now, rice grows well in hot weather. So, summer season. Next is your millets, maize, jowar, bajra, cotton, jute. These are all what? Cotton, jute, hemp are fiber crops, and peanuts are all producing crops. So these all crops are the examples that grow well in summer season. Similarly, come to the kharif fruits and kharif vegetables. These are the kharif crops. What are those kharif crops? Rice, millets, maize, jowar, bajra, cotton, peanuts, hemp, etc. are the kharif crops. Kharif vegetables are onion, pumpkin, lady's finger, tomato, garlic, spinach, etc. are the examples of the kharif vegetables which grows in summer season. And what are the kharif fruits? You know that you eat many fruits which grows in summer. Yes, mango is the best example we get during summer season. Then your watermelon, then lychee, plum, apricot and peach. These are the fruits which we used to get during summer season. So that's why those are the kharif fruits. And why those names are given as kharif? Because summer crops, summer fruits, summer vegetables are called as kharif crops, kharif fruits or kharif vegetables. Understood? Just the opposite of summer crops is the winter crops, which are grown during the winter season. And the winter crops are named as rabi crops. Okay? And what are those rabi crops? Like wheat. I discussed earlier that wheat grows well in cold weather. Similarly, here also wheat, barley, gram, mustard seeds. These are the crops which grows well during the winter season. Then comes to your rabi fruits and rabi vegetables. Rabi fruits are apple, banana, pomegranate, berries. These are the examples of rabi fruits which we get a lot and fresh during winter season. Okay, that is true. We get during summer season also. But these are the fruits which grow very nicely during winter season. Okay. Then comes to your rabi vegetables. Vegetables you might have seen like cauliflower, carrot, radish, peas, beans. These are the vegetables which grows during winter season. And you don't go to market, but you can ask your father, you can ask your mother when they go to market during winter season to buy the winter vegetables. At that time the carrot color is red. Why? Because those carrots are the winter carrots which are grown fresh during winter season. Now also the carrots are available, but those are orange in color. But the actual color is red color, which is juicy and it is very tasty also. Okay. And in winter season we used to buy peas, fresh peas we get. Then cauliflower also we get, small fresh cauliflower we get. So these are the winter vegetables. Those are the rabi vegetables. Understood? Now we come to the last and the very most important part of this chapter, that is to grow good crops. As you all know, children, to grow healthy crops, farmers need to take very good care of them. And the first and the foremost thing is the soil. The soil should be suitable and very much perfect for the crops to be grown, and it should be nicely prepared for planting by plowing. What is plowing? This is a new term for you. Plowing is to turn up the soil with a plow before sowing the seeds. Plow is an ancient wooden machine or an ancient wooden type thing through which the soil can be turned up. Okay, now tractors are also there. So before they were using plow to plow the soil, to turn up the soil. Next, chemical substances, that is manures and fertilizers, should be added to the soil to make it a good soil, to make it a fertile soil. Fertile means a good soil, good, ready to grow good crops. Okay, so that's why chemical substances, that is manures and fertilizers, are called chemical substances, should be added to the soil so that the soil should be very much fertile. And good quality, the seeds of good quality should be there. It is not half damaged, it is not someone has eaten the seeds. Okay, so good quality and proper quality of seeds should be sown. Next is your crops should be supplied with water at the correct time. It is a proper time should be managed. At that time, the crops should be provided with water for the growth of plants, which is called irrigation. What is irrigation? Irrigation is to supply water for the growth of the plants at the correct time, at the right time. Okay, like your water sprinklers, for example, you have seen in your gardens, in sorry, not in your garden, in botanical garden, in Nandankanan, you might have seen. In park also you might have seen, to water the plants they have supplied at particular places one water sprinkler to water the plants at the right time. After that, the crops need to be protected from harmful insects, birds, small animals, and any kind of diseases. Yes, because small insects come and eat the crops, small animals come and affect the crops, destroy the crops. So, for this thing, insecticides and pesticides should be sprayed to remove these insects, so that the insects and these grasshoppers and small animals will die from this spray. Insecticides and pesticides are chemicals which are sprayed in the crops so that these animals, insects, birds, this will not damage the crops, this will not affect the crops. Once they will sit in the crops, they will damage the entire crops and all the crops will be wasted. So that's why in proper time, in correct time, and insecticides and pesticides are sprayed. Next is your herbivores, like your cows and buffaloes. They eat green vegetables, they eat green plants. They are plant eating animals. What? Herbivorous, like cows, buffaloes. They should not be allowed to enter the field because they will eat the crops. They cannot be stopped once they will start eating, because that is their food. Crops and green vegetables, the green plants are their food. So that is why cows and buffaloes should not be allowed to the field, to enter the field, otherwise they will eat the crops. So for that's why proper fence, proper wires should be there so that animals cannot enter the field. Next is your unwanted plants called weeds. WEEDS. Weeds should be removed so that it will not affect the crops. You have seen weeds, small grass type, small plants which also grows along with the original plant. So those are not required. That's why they are called unwanted plants, called weeds. So that's why they should be removed from near the crops, otherwise it will eat the nutrients of the crops and there will be nothing for the crops to eat. Okay, the crops will not get any nutrients. All the nutrients will be taken by what? By unwanted plants. So that's why the unwanted plants has to be removed. Next is your the final thing. Once the crop is ready to grow, those are called the harvested crops. Ready to pluck. Those are called the harvested crops. So the harvested crops should be protected from moisture, from insects, from animals, small animals. Okay, insects like your grasshoppers, locusts, okay, green insects. These are called your pests. PESTS. This term is also there in your book, so you can find it out. Pests and insects and from moisture. Okay, and they should be stored in a dry place or in any airtight place, airtight container, airtight bag, so that moisture will not enter. If moisture will enter, then it will make the crops damaged. It will spoil the crops. Okay, and once it will start spoiling the crops, once moisture will enter inside the crops will damage and small fungus or bacteria will grow in that crops. Okay, now children, one very important thing I want to share with you. Children, today we are eating rice, we are eating rotis, chapatis, we are using oil. If we are feeling cold, we apply mustard oil. Children, do you know because of whom we get all those things? Yes, because of farmers. If farmers are today, then only we are able to eat. We are able to fill our stomach. If they will not go to the field, then we will not get any food supply. When we feel sick, we rest at home. But the farmers entire day, they spend their time in their fields, in the scorching hot, in the chilling winter, during rainy season, all the weather, every time, they spend their entire day in the fields for whom? For us, so that we will get food in time. Yes, children. So, a small video clip I have attached with your video. I request you all, children, kindly go through this video. Please listen it carefully and watch it carefully so that you will also understand the that you will not waste your food anymore and you will also suggest others not to waste your food. Okay, children, just go through it. रांझना वे तेरी सांसों पे थोड़ा सा वतन का भी हक था। ना देख मुझे यूं मुड़ मुड़ के, तेरा मेरा साथ यहीं तक था। ये तेरी ज़मीं तेरे खून से ही तो सजती संवरती है रांझे। तेरी इश्क की मैं हकदार नहीं, तेरी तीर तो धरती है रांझे। तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरी खेतों में लहरावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। Did you saw the video? Did you feel the pain they are doing for us? Yes, children, you should be thankful to God for giving you food. So from today, make it a promise. Tell your parents also, tell your father, mother that from today we are sorry for whenever we wasted our food, but from today we will never ever waste our food. And after eating your food, whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you will thank God for giving you food. Okay, children? Because home food is a blessing to us. Okay? So, like policemen, doctors, army, farmers also work for us so that we can stay happily. We can fill our tummy. Okay? So, that is why Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Okay? Thank you.